Pinky Cole is in the studio with me. How are you doing?
I'm sleepy, but here I am. And I'm happy to be here, sitting here talking to you.
Yes, sis, you are doing it.
Thank you.
And I want to say that it's just so admirable the way that you are just stepping up for Black women, for yourself, just your businesses, and just going, I just say going global, building this $100 million empire with Slutty Vegan. I had to make a phone call to actually go to Slutty Vegan here in Atlanta because I said, I am not going to sit in that line every day. Are you crazy?
People do it. You'd be surprised.
They do it. Yes. They do it, and the food is amazing.
Thank you.
So you are doing so many great things. You have so many locations here in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. You started one in New York. You're talking about going global. Tell me about this Slutty Vegan empire.
So, it's a lot of world domination that's happening right now. And let me tell you something. When I started Slutty Vegan, I did not expect that this concept was going to pop like it did.
What?
And I've always been a big dreamer, so I knew it was going to do well. But, I wake up some days and I'm like, I got to pinch myself. What? This is really my brand. I really created this. People still love the brand 4 years later. Mm-hmm. I don't take that for granted. The restaurant industry is the hardest industry to be in. So to be able to have a brand that people still know and love almost 5 years later is a very, very big deal. So we have literally been taking that baton and running with it. That's opening locations, gracing the covers of magazines, doing cookbooks, all the things that we can do to really amplify the brand. We've been doing that. And I'm on the passenger seat of my own ride. And that's the best feeling in the world.
What was it like just having that dream and then it turning into a life of its own?
So let me tell you about the power of the tongue. It is so real. Mm-hmm. So when I was a kid, I can remember always saying, I'm going to make it. I'm going to be a star. I'm not going to be regular. I'm going to be extraordinary. And I said that as a kid. I always said, I'm going to be a millionaire all the time. I didn't know what I was going to be doing. I didn't know if I was going to be a singer or maybe a rapper. I'm a part-time rapper now.
You are?
But I did not know that it would show up in the form of helping people to reimagine food through veganism. But now, as an adult, I realized the little kid in me was always a big dreamer, which is why it's so important to impart education and knowledge and motivation into children at an early age because it's going to carry them throughout their lifetime. Mm-hmm. And now, as a grown woman, I'm all of my dreams as a kid have been realized. Mm-hmm. So every day when I get new opportunities and blessings for Slutty Vegan, I'm I dreamt of this. I thought of this. Wow. I felt it in my spirit and in my belly, and now it's happening for me. So I'm supposed to be here. Yeah. It's mine. I earned it. And, it's always humbling. People all right, how do you feel that you get I'm still humbled. There's not a cocky, I'm confident. Yeah, but it ain't a cocky bone in my body because I know that one, so many people wish they could have the kind of opportunities that I have.
I'm trying to tell you.
And for me to be able to get these opportunities in a major way, it's just wow, thank you, God. You ain't had to do it, but you did. Yeah. And I'm just present in all of the essence of it. Mm-hmm.
And you show that that gratitude by giving back to your community because I see you're just so big in that. And I always say heavy is the head that wears the crown. Mm-hmm. So people see you making all these moves, but they don't really see the actual grind that you're putting. You tell them about the grind, but people don't really see it. They see the instant gratification that you see on social media, and they think, "Oh wow, I'm just gonna wake up tomorrow and quit my job."
Mm-hmm. It don't work like that. No, it does not work like that. I cry some days. Mm-hmm. Some days I be ready to give up.
Even now?
Yes, even now with money in the bank. Mm-hmm. Money in the bank. I still cry because guess what? More money, more problems. Okay? I still am trying to maneuver into this new way of living and this new way of life and making sure that I got the right people around me. Mm-hmm. Okay? Because as you elevate, people got to de-escalate and get away from you. Woo! You understand what I'm saying? Girl. So I am in a space where my brain is always running. My brain is always moving. Mm-hmm. And I can't stop down for drama, for negative energy because I'm so focused and I'm so clear. And is that easy to get there? Mm-hmm. No, it's hard. It's hard a lot of the times because guess what? I'm the final decision maker in this whole multi-million-dollar empire, right? So all 350 plus employees that I have, it always funnels up to me. So how I show up will be a reflection of how they show up. And I got to make sure that I'm doing the right things at all times because people are watching me. And that ain't easy at all to be watched by so many people. And you got to make sure that you're showing up in the right ways and being a good representation for your business and for your personal life.
Absolutely. Now, I heard you say that you have, sometimes you cry. What is that hard moment that you have to just sit down and take a break and say, you know what, this is my breaking point right now, but I know I'm gonna get back to it. What was that one moment that you have had that was just extremely hard?
I'm gonna be totally transparent. Because I'm on this journey of elevation, right? I have my team is shifting. Right?
Yeah.
And because the team is shifting, I am moving to a space that everybody doesn't understand where that space is.
Hello.
Right?
Girl.
Right? So while they have reached their ceiling, I have broken that glass ceiling and I've risen above that. But everybody don't know how to rise. You understand what I'm saying? And it's not that they don't want to, it's that they don't have the capacity.
Right.
So what happens when you have people around you that do not have the capacity? You can't grow. It's difficult.
Yeah.
You need people that can exceed the expectation. You need people that dream big or bigger than you so that they understand where you're trying to go. I will be the most powerful woman in the world, not for just money, not for just popularity, but for impact to be able to change the lives of people. When we think about the most successful woman in the world, the first name people say is what? What's the first person you think of?
I think of Oprah.
Hello?
What's my birthday twin? We on 129. So
Everybody says that. So she has worked her ass off to reach a level of success, not about money, but impact that she can change the narrative. That's what I'm working toward. And if you ain't on that Oprah mindset kind of level like me, then you cannot go.
I can't be around you.
I can't be around you.
Sis. Oh my, look. You never thought about being a pastor, like, seriously?
Well, it's
just in the bone, because I'm just
Pastor Pinky on the ones and twos.
Pastor Pinky, you know what I'm saying? But sis, let me tell you something. Let me ask you. You have your better half, Dave, who's over there. You have your kids. You're running this multi-million-dollar empire. You're grinding. You're working. Is it true that a woman can have it all?
Yes. Once upon a time, women couldn't even vote.
Girl.
Okay? Once upon a time, women were supposed to stay in the kitchen and just cook a hot meal and sit and look pretty and make sure that the house is clean and the kids are taken care of. I ain't that kind of woman. Right? And we live in a world where we don't have to limit ourselves because of society's expectations. So here I am the new wave of energy for the black woman.
Yes, you are.
And not just for the black woman, for the woman.
For the woman,
For
period.
the woman, right?
Yeah.
That you could show up and be confident and be a boss and still be a feminine energy walking into the room. Right? So I come and I'm proud, but I'm also soft.
Yeah.
And I'm feminine.
Yeah.
And you can be a mother.
Yeah.
You could be a CEO. You could be a soon-to-be wife.
Okay.
Right? A friend and a daughter. You could be all of these things and do it well as long as you are clear on where you're going.
Absolutely.
It took me a long time to get clear. I had to go through some bad relationships to get clear.
Girl.
I had to lose a lot of money to get clear. Now I am very, very clear. And because I'm clear as a woman, I show up that way. You smell it on me. You see it on me. Do you feel it on me?
I feel it, girl.
You
I feel
feel
it, yeah.
You
I
feel
feel
it
it.
on me because
It's the energy.
Because I know that I am representing all the women and little girls around the world that need somebody to look up to.
Absolutely.
Now I got the ball. You think I'm going to fumble the ball?
Exactly.
No. So as a woman, I'm turning up because girls run the world. That's about it.
Okay. I'm trying to delve into the veganism.
But what I would say to that is you need to buy my book, Eat Plants, Bitch. Okay. And the reason why this book is so different from the average cookbook is because it is designed for the meat eater. This ain't the book for the vegan. The vegans have already figured it out.
Okay.
This is the book for the person like you who eats meat, who likes meat, the chicken, the steak, all that stuff.
I do.
But we make recipes that you are already familiar with.
Yes.
So you don't feel like you got to compromise what you like to eat. So when you tap into this cookbook, it's literally something for every occasion. You got breakfast, lunch, dinner, smoothie, snack, late night. You know, on a late night you want to eat, right?
Girl,
you got that
yes.
too, right? There's something for everybody. And on top of that, it's easy. People think it's hard to be vegan because everybody says like, oh, vegan is nasty. It don't taste good. I don't want. vegan is so easy because guess what? It don't start in your mouth. It start in your mind.
Okay.
You understand what I mean when I say that? Like, it's your mindset.
Yeah.
Your mindset shifts all the narratives that you could ever think of. So if you make up your mind that, all right, I want to be healthier, I want to eat differently, and if you really want to change your mind, you're going to change your mind and do that. So to answer your question about like not being completely vegan, I'm not a doctor, but I don't agree with that, right? What I will say is there's so much protein that you can get being vegan. And even if you don't want to be vegan, just incorporate other options in your lifestyle.
Just kind of like divide, like half and half. Like some days I'll be eat vegan.
You could be a flexitarian, right?
What's that?
A flexitarian is you flex with it. Sometimes you vegan and sometimes right. See what I'm trying to do. Okay, my goal is to like remove all the labels. Like there's so much, all the words, the vegan, plant based, like back and forth, and in our community for a very long time, it's just like, all right, you're not in the in crowd if you're not vegan. Like you're not like. I ain't doing that.
They ostracize the meat
I'm
eater.
in a relationship with the meat eater.
Right.
Do I eat meat? Absolutely not. But we respect each other's boundaries. Okay. But whatever step of the journey you are on, we receive you. Which is why this book is going to be one of the books that meat eaters will fall in love with because they can have options that they can appreciate.
Well, I'm definitely going to go get the book, and I said that.
And it's out right now.
And it's out right now.
In stores everywhere. Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, all the Black-owned bookstores, everywhere where books are available. And you can come to my book tour stop. Let me tell you something about this tour. So I just did New York, and Dougie Fresh surprised the audience and performed.
I love
Little Mo came out and performed.
Oh my gosh,
so it's not just a stuffy book tour. Like we talking about love, life, energy, entrepreneurship, and food. And you get to learn more about Pinky Cole and all of the things that I do. Because people don't know. I got Bar Vegan, Slutty Vegan, the Pinky Cole Foundation, real estate, so much stuff. Yes. But then we also learn like what it means to really come together in the name of food. And then we got performances too. So it's just a whole vibe. So buy your ticket. The name of the cookbook tour is called Eat Plants, Bitch.
Eat Plants, Bitch.
Yes. The Pinky Cole experience.
Look, it would not be a Pinky Cole brand if it wasn't something that was just like
yes. Eat Plants, Bitch.
So I always like to end my show with a motivational message. So what's that one motivational message that you would like to tell people?
Ooh, I got a good one.
You always have good ones.
I'm at the point in my life where success to me is like fire, right? So let's think about a stove and an oven, a stove specifically. You know, when you turn off the stove, it's still a pilot, right? And you got to like light the pilot. Sometimes the pilot stays lit, right? And then all you got to do is turn a knob and it turns on. So my message to the entrepreneurs is, when are you going to turn on that fire, right? Are you going to keep just your pilot on and you're going to be on cruise control thinking that things are going to happen for you? Or are you going to turn up the heat and make that shit hot so that you can get the things that you've been praying about, that you've been writing down, the things that people tell you that you can't do? When are you going to turn up the heat? We are walking into 2023 right now, and you don't have no excuses but to get it and turn your fire up. Because guess what? Pinky Cole has turned the fire up. You can too. What is stopping you from getting that flame to the highest level? Because guess what? When you hot, you warming everything up. When you hot, people are supporting what you're selling. When you hot, they want to know what you're doing and they want to be a part of what you got going on. So make sure that you turn that fire up and stop keeping yourself just on pilot, because guess what? When you on cruise control, there's somebody standing in the wings ready to take your place.
Oh my. I can end the show on that, baby, because that was a whole word. That was a whole message for 2022.
And that just came from the heart, man. I mean that.
And I feel it. Like, you just feel your energy, and you have so much good energy, sis. I want you to keep going and keep climbing to the top. I'm looking at you. A lot of Black women entrepreneurs are looking at you, and just keep going.
Thank you.
Much
Again,
love to you.
buy the book.
Buy
Eat
the
Plants,
book.
Bitch.
I'm going to go buy the book
everywhere.
Barnes & Nobles is one of my favorite places, so I'm definitely going to buy the book. Blessings to you, and we can end it there. I don't have to say nothing else.
Yeah, come on.
All right, she's starting for 5. We out.